All right, Speedromizer community, we are all set up and ready for our final run of Speedromizer 4.5 with KilledTheJoke and Super Kiwi 64. Take it away.
Hello, hello. Hope you guys are ready for a exciting speedrun of Super Kiwi 64. My name's Nathan, or KilledTheJoke. And I'm currently the world record holder for Super Kiwi 64 on the Switch version of the game, which is what we'll be running today.
What happened to that beardy melon?
We're specifically going to be running basically the 100% category of this game, which is the 50 gem category, making sure we get all 50 gems to end the game. I'm actually very thankful that we can do this run because there was a new update to this game recently that added some free DLC. And it kind of bugged the game, and you weren't able to do the 50 gem run anymore because it bugged out the last room of the game and would crash every single time. That's since been fixed, so we can do the run today, so that's good news. So before we actually start the run, I'm going to go in the game to do some prep right away. With the new update also came some extra little features for us to exploit, as well as some cutscenes that were added in. So it all kind of evens itself out at the end of the day. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to pick what level we start in before we actually start the run. So we're going to be starting in the creepy levels first. So when I come back to the game, this is where I should be loading in, which is perfect. And we have all our settings saved, so we're basically ready whenever. Are you guys ready with the timer? All right, quick glass. Leave it to the experts. All right, well, let's start the round. I'll give you a countdown. In 3, 2, 1, go. The right way, we're just going to skip the couple cutscenes, and that's going to put us right in immediately, and we are off to the races. So this is basically it's a short 3D collectathon platformer inspired by Banjo-Kazooie and other N64 games, if it wasn't clear by the title. And just like any other game, it's just grabbing stuff and exiting the level. That's all the goal is. We're starting with the absolute creepiest levels of the game for just to get it over with. The rest of the game is quite cute, so don't be deterred by the first level choices I'm doing today. Also, you'll notice because of the way we loaded the levels for this first world is actually going to have no music. These worlds do typically have music. Every single world does. But for the purposes of the run, you're not going to hear anything for the first little bit. Also, taking damage is really not a big deal in this game. I don't think I've properly died from damage loss once, even casually, so if you see me get hit, it's more so from the lack of caring about being hit than anything else. Perfect. There is a weird glitch that can happen as well, that involves when we exit a level. Sometimes it will, instead of bringing us outside the level as it should, sometimes it just teleports us to the spawning point when you start a new game. Don't know why it does that. It can do it multiple times as well. That's been a new glitch since the update as well. Hopefully it just doesn't happen. If it does, it's not a big deal. It's just a little time loss. But other than that, pretty standard stuff. Also, there's a form of invincibility when dashing. So, could get hit by the fire, not gonna get hit by the fire. Oh, we got the cool spin. Got the cool spin. All right, we're good. All right, to finish off the level, we are going to spawn back to the start, grab the last one, and bam, we're done with that level. And now we get music again. With probably the best music in the game. So there's a lot of basic tasks that are shared between all the levels, basically. Obviously, there's just gems that hang out in the level, but we also have gems that are required from going through rings, collecting all the cogs, and usually like a third task that can be a few different things. Usually it's just hitting a target. But sometimes you get other secret ones as well. Like this level has this chest. Now, there are some differences between the Switch version and the PC version, which is why there's two separate categories for each. For the PC version, they actually have a glitch or had a glitch. It's kind of unclear if it's still being used or not due to the update. But they have a special crouch jump that is only accessible on PC, whereas the Switch version does not have access to that. What we do have, though, is the ability on console to do infinite dashes after hitting an object. It helps with hitting multiple switches that are close by, which is really helpful. It's actually more helpful in the DLC with the final boss battle, as he has no invincibility frames, so we can just hit him a million times really quickly and he just goes down almost instantly. So the Switch version for the DLC is probably going to be faster if I put more time into it over the PC version. But we'll get there when we get there one day. It definitely has the best chance to be faster. Those flags are deceptively hard to get, so it's good to get through that without messing it up. All right, we got all the keys, and we're out of here. And now we get to go to the first level of the game. This level is deceptively tricky for the movement. So it's really... For the first level, you wouldn't expect as much tight movement as there is, but... Oh, yeah, didn't get the height. That's okay. We're good. All right, out of level 1 and level 2. So this is the perfect example of the dash ability, where we can just go 1, 2, 3 instead of having to land on the ground each time like the PC players have to. I was the one that kind of discovered that was a thing, because not a lot of runners were playing on the Switch. So I got heavily questioned about that when I started posting my speedruns. PC players were not sure what was going on. All right, and actually I have a new route for this level, starting right now. The switch that I just passed is actually supposed to like raise the lava in the level. I'll be honest, I don't really know what it's for because I never have to use it. And I can't remember what it was for when I originally played the games. Got through that pretty good. I will take that. All right, we got one more level. And then we have some other levels to go through just to get the remaining 2 gems. Because there's 6 gems in each level. And then there's 2 secret ones as well. All right, so now that we're out of there, we go to the secret level. We have a gem there, and then we got to put in a secret password. That's not it. There we go. I was like, am I going to forget it or no? And then timer ends once we get into the plane back in the hub. And time. All right, and that is Super Kiwi 64. Yeah, so not too bad. I have no idea what the time was for that. If I were to guess, it might be a 12-minute run.
11:54.
11:54. Okay, that's not bad. That is not bad. It's not a new world record, I'm sorry to say, but it wasn't too bad.
That was a really solid run.
I will definitely take sub 12. Like, sub 12 is still great, so that's fine by me. Ooh.
Yeah, not a problem.
Definitely had some goofs, but that was still a pretty decent run. It's a very tight run. It's very tight at this point. The PC players have this game like down packed even better than the Switch players do. So if you want to see this game like really excelled great, like the PC runs are great, but Switch has the Switch runs have their own little flair, so I prefer to stick with that.
I mean, if you want to get really technical, technically it's a 0 minute, 0 second run because now is when you were supposed to be starting your run.
Oh, that's true. This was the fastest one, baby. That's
running it before it was even scheduled.
It's as simple as that.
Actually, it's been barely 10.
So I do have some.
Really?
1 second here. If you got shout outs to do, where can people find you?
I mean, the easiest thing, you can find me on Twitch, just under KilledTheJoke. I'm also on YouTube. Got some edited videos on there with a new one coming up very soon. So if you want to see some fun edited content, you can check that out under the exact same name there. But I'm there every single weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's pretty easy to find me on Twitch and the YouTube video when I release one every year and a half. But yeah, feel free to see me do other speedruns. There's lots of other speedruns that I do. I also just do general playthroughs and stuff, and then some fun little variety streams and challenge streams as well. So I have a good variety of content. Yeah, that's about it. That's all the places. Oh, actually, there's one other place you can find me on YouTube as I stream a bi-weekly series with my buddy Croa under a channel called H&C. We're currently uploading a Portal 2 playthrough right now, and we have some other stuff coming up soon. So if you want to check out me and a buddy play some games funnily, that's a good place to see us.
All right, and we do have a couple of interview-style questions for you if you'd like to answer those real quick.
Love me a good interview.
All right, we'll be right back with that interview. All right, and we're back with that interview. So, how did you get into Super Kiwi speedrunning?
So I got into it because I was into a big season of looking for just N64 style platformers, because it's my favorite genre to go with. I love 3D platformers, and I heard about this game when it was coming out, and I was like, do I at least worth a shot giving it a go? Played it on stream, had a real fun time with it, and I was a big fan of the movement, and I'd already been doing speedruns at that point, so I was like, oh, I'll just see if there's a community for it already. Didn't see a lot of activity on the Switch front, but the PC front was pretty strong. So I was like, I guess it's my time to shine. And that's where we are now.
Yeah. Now, it's just one Super Kiwi game, or is there a couple in the series?
So there is another Super Kiwi game. The creator of this series, Marcus, he actually has many games under this universe banner, including there's Macbeth. Or Macbat, sorry. And his more popular franchise is the Tori franchise. I believe he has a new game coming out relatively soon as well for that, which is another platform. They're all platform-based series. But they all evolve around like in the same universe, and they all have different like niches. Macbeth, there's a couple that really focus on like Donkey Kong Country style games, but a good chunk of them are the 3D platformer sorts.
Okay. And I take it that where would people look for more information regarding speedrunning in this game, and how is the community for this game?
Community, super friendly, super helpful, and always pushing each other to do more. The best place, obviously, to see them is on their Discord server. You can easily search it up on speedrun.com. They have the links to everything there. That's how I got into it. And yeah, everyone's super friendly, whether you're on PC, like most of the runners in there, or if you decide to be one of the rare few on Switch like myself. Everyone there is happy to give you any advice and to kind of lead you on the right path. It's not a super complicated game to get into, thankfully. But obviously, if there's any problems or anything you want to go over with people, everyone's happy to help.
Fantastic. So what are your future plans for speedrunning?
I'm gonna keep pushing records as I have right now. Right now, my big focus is in a game called Star Sign, which is another indie-developed 3D platformer-esque game that we're gonna see at Speedromizer 5 from one of our other runners. And he's actually been doing really good and pushing new strats in the game, which has gotten me back into it. And I've dropped the world record another 8-ish minutes over the last little bit, and I plan to drop it at least another 10 over the next couple weeks as well. So that's going to be the biggest push right now. And then as far as that goes, tons of other speedrun stuff. My standard Mario Party speedruns are on the way, and I might bring Odyssey back now that I've officially hit my goal time and see if I can get it even lower. No promises on that, but yeah, got a ton of stuff I'm looking forward to doing.
Fantastic. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you also have a Speedromizer run.
I do have a Speedromizer. Yeah, for Urban Chaos.
That is correct.
Is what I'll be running. It's a PlayStation 1 game. The person who submitted it is also the world record holder, and he has pretty high faith that I will have a good chance of possibly beating it at the event. No promises, but apparently there's a good chance. So we'll see how it goes once we get there.
How's that practice going for that game, though?
It's going well so far. It's mostly just like getting used to the auto mechanics and stuff, and just debating on what we should count as viable for the run. But so far, solid game. Can't complain.
That is fantastic. KTJ, thank you again for this phenomenal run.
It was an absolute blast. This was a fun time.
Your Twitch handle is KilledTheJoke69, correct?
Actually, no. It actually used to be KilledTheJoke96, which I ran for years because the KilledTheJoke name was taken by some inactive user. And I very recently found out it was no longer being used, so I got to switch all my stuff over, and I'm the now official just KilledTheJoke everywhere on any social media. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch. You can find me on Twitter, everywhere, just under that.
So it's just KilledTheJoke.
Yep, just KilledTheJoke.
You got it. All right, cool. Just needed something for the Twitch shout out.
Love me a good Twitch shout out.
All right, so we're gonna wrap things up here. KTJ, thank you again, and we will see you live for Speedromizer 5.
We'll see you at Speedromizer 5. Thank you for having me today. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yep. All right, Speedromizer community. This has been a very interesting Speedromizer 4.5. Thank you again for making these events possible. Thank you to everybody that is tuning in. We are going to go raid somebody, and we are going to go raid Lady Hadria, who is the Bard's Tale drafted runner. So go show her some love and appreciation. It looks like she's doing a tier list of some kind, so go check her out. I'm gonna send the raid, and everybody take care, and we will see you live for Speedromizer 5.